Most of the time I tell people I'm Vietnamese, they say nothing out of the ordinary, but sometimes they say they want to kill you, and I'm going to tell you why that's bad. Hello, I'm Naomi, and here are 4 things you should never say to a Vietnamese person. Number 1, are you an expert on the war? I was the only Vietnamese person in my 8th push class. This is the first thing the classmate said to me, and it was right before a quiz. This is a video about racism, so everything's inherently stupid, but oh my god, why would you ask me this and expect me to give you tips? I'm gonna say it in baby words. Do not expect any ethnicity to be experts on a war that involved them. If you want tips before a quiz, just ask a friend. Don't go out of your way to bother someone you've never talked to before just because you know their grandparents were there. Number 2, what's your favorite Vietnam War film? This hasn't happened to me yet, but it has happened to my dad, who escaped Vietnam as a 4-year-old. Here are some things Ethan should have known going into that quiz. America had no reason to be there. It wasn't their fight, and it certainly wasn't their country. Yet, while they were there, millions of civilians fled to nearby countries. The war was so bad, it permanently changed how American citizens viewed their government. And bad is said lightly. If you do any research on Laos, Cambodia, Agent Orange, or the abuse of civilian women, you will be sick for days. Knowing this, which most people do, you should not ask the people most affected by the war what their favorite movie depicting it is, especially since most of them are funded by the American government. You know, the reason they fled in the first place, have no actual Vietnamese people in it. Or, you know, real Vietnamese people, instead of gooks and perfect civilians who end up as dead bodies to justify the killing of said gooks. Number 3, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. So this is a reference to one of those Vietnam War movies, arguably the most famous one, Apocalypse Now. My friend showed me the clip when I mentioned I was Vietnamese. I've also seen people drop this line under any video about the war. Napalm was used to bomb Vietnam and surrounding Laos and Cambodia illegally during the war. And when I say bombed, I mean more than any theater in World War II. Sometimes it hit buildings, sometimes it hit 9-year-old girls. It's a symbol of brutality and carelessness of the Americans during the war. And I think it's dumb, it's the only thing people mention whenever the war is. There's a lot more to it, yet the only thing people can say is a line from an American movie. I'm not saying you can't say this to your Viet friend as an inside joke. It's the kind of dark jab I can get behind if you're close. But it's rude and 100% racist to use this on your very first interaction. Oof. But it can't be worse than the next one. Number 4, we killed you. This white boy, Andrew, I don't even know what possessed him to say this. He mentioned his dad, who's 72, and his service in Vietnam. I put in that I'm Vietnamese. He smiles and says with the widest eyes, "We killed you!" I said, "You really did?" And we moved on. Because I was in shock. I mentioned this earlier, but the war was horrible. It was a war. It killed and displaced so many people, including my parents. Not only was this guy making light of it, he was directing it at me like I was there! It was creating an us versus them dichotomy when we're both Americans. Like Uncle Sam, Statue of Liberty, and him were going to come kill me. Andrew, let me remind you how many me's you killed. 3 million. Can you imagine that? No! Because the human brain can't comprehend that many human lives. But it doesn't give you an excuse to be a racist piece of shit. I avoid this guy like the plague. He's made it very clear he doesn't like Asians. His other favorite pastime, besides handing out death threats, is going up to random people and saying that Hiroshima was justified. I don't think this happens often, but if you have a family member that served in Vietnam and you meet a Vietnamese person and this is what you have in mind for a response, no!
Stop it. Get some help.
In fact, if you meet a Vietnamese person and the very first thing you want to say is, "My family member served in the war," don't! Because it shows you don't know anything about Vietnam. And that's okay, but the war ended 50 years ago. You don't need to bring it up. I guess the lesson here is, if you meet a Vietnamese person, please do not instantly bring up the war that killed millions of them. I suppose that should be a given for any person, but this is America. I shouldn't expect anything anymore. America literally bombed Iran the day of filming this video, so please help donate in any of the links in the description. And thank you for watching. Please don't be racist to me or I'll cry.